You've probably heard the buzz. Yeah, those rumors were flying fast. Talks that Khamzat Chimaev might retire if he beats Dricus Du Plessis at UFC 319. Sounds wild, right? Well, take a deep breath, because those rumors, completely false. It all started when his ex-teammate Kaio Bahalio leaked something claiming Khamzat was battling some serious health problems and facing immense pressure from people in his home country. That shook fans, and when insiders started backing it up, it felt like there might be some truth behind it. But it didn't take long before it all got shut down. Ali Abdelaziz, one of the closest people to Khamzat, stepped in fast, and he made it crystal clear. Khamzat is not retiring. He's not sick. He's not cracking under pressure. In fact, he's the opposite. Healthy, focused, locked in. He's currently grinding it out in training, right in Russia. Ali said Khamzat is zoned in like never before, ready to continue building his legacy. And as for Kaio Bahalio, yeah, he's got a bit of a reputation, known for spreading false info in the MMA scene. So take what he says with a grain of salt. But you know what? The biggest question heading into this fight isn't whether Khamzat will hang up the gloves. No, it's whether he can keep up if the fight drags into the deeper rounds. Because here's the truth. Even Ali admitted that after COVID, Khamzat's cardio hasn't quite been the same. That's the concern. Can he handle it if Dricus pushes the pace into rounds 3, 4, or even 5? We know Khamzat is a beast in the early rounds. He's a storm, a destroyer. But if DDP weathers that storm, that's when we'll see what Khamzat is really made of. This is going to be a war, and the belt, very much up for grabs. Who do you think takes the middleweight strap this summer? Let me know down in the comments.
Everybody know I used to work with Khamzat, and I love the guy. I have a lot of love for him. I think it's like, people see him this crazy guy, but he have a really good heart. He really does. Remember, Khamzat never have a conditioning problem before this. After COVID, it really messed him up. And I was there. He was bleeding, thrown up. Like, it was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Like, thrown up, like blood. It was, and he was in Vegas, right? But also Khamzat moved, stress traveling, and he's a superstar. He's one of the biggest stars in the UFC. When you have this kind of pressure, sometimes people doesn't know how to handle it. And I think at one point, he walked away from that. He was his own boss, his own coach. But as far as I know now, he's in Russia, he's in camp, he's focused. It's hard to bet against focused Khamzat, healthy Khamzat. I think he can beat anyone.
Now, switching gears to another heated topic, John Anik recently shared his thoughts on the potential for a Holloway versus Topuria sequel, and what he said, super interesting. He believes Max Holloway's upcoming fight against Dustin Poirier won't really change the long-term plans much, even if Max loses. Why? Because Max isn't just any fighter. He's a household name, a star, a legend. He's beloved in the fight world. So even if he doesn't come out on top, the UFC still sees value in putting him in big fights. According to John, even with a loss, Max's next fight would likely be a title eliminator because of how much his name still means in this sport. And let's be honest, the UFC isn't tossing someone like Max Holloway on a prelim card. No way. But here's the thing. If he loses again, it's going to sting. Bad. He'd be holding big losses across 2 weight classes, and eventually, fans, even the diehards, start turning the page. Not because they stop loving Max, but because it just hurts. Watching someone you admire lose again and again, it's brutal. Momentum is real, hype is real, and another loss, especially in a huge fight like this. It could make it tough to justify him getting more title shots if he's not backing it up with wins. That said, don't count Max out. No way, he definitely has a shot in this fight. Let's not forget, last time he faced Poirier, it was a full-on war, 5 grueling rounds, and Max showed insane heart and toughness. Now, with Poirier hinting that this could be his retirement fight, it's a massive moment for him. But in a way, it might be even bigger for Max. This could be the fight that defines the next chapter of his career.
So many big fights for Max at 155 pounds. Even were he to go back down to 145 pounds, depending upon whom is the champion down there, he can make that weight. And this is also a man who has suggested to me in the past that he wants to take a UFC fight at 85. My gosh. Think about all the fights for Max Holloway at 155 pounds, championship or otherwise. The Topuria rematch potentially in a different weight class, which adds some intrigue to it. The Charles Oliveira rematch, that fight happened in 2015 in Saskatoon. It was a quick injury. All of these are big fights. Max Holloway, even if he loses to Dustin Poirier, is going to be in a lightweight title eliminator against one of these guys, right? Is he not? So I think he doesn't lose much of anything, and I think he is the betting favorite right now to beat Dustin Poirier.
In case you missed it, Dana White just dropped a bombshell. Jon Jones is officially back. Yeah, it's real. During his latest chat on the Full Send podcast, Dana confirmed that Jon is now back in the USADA testing pool, which means no more retirement. Jones is ready to step back into the octagon, and not just for any event. He's setting his sights on something huge, something historic. He wants to fight at the White House UFC event scheduled for July 4th, 2026. Just picture it. Jon Jones, returning to the cage, fighting on American soil, in one of the most iconic locations in the country. That's a storyline no one saw coming. Now, Jones admitted he's not sure who he'll face. Could be Tom Aspinall, could be someone else. But here's what he does know. He's finally rediscovered his purpose. The reason he fights. And that fire is back. But that's not all Dana shared. When the podcast hosts brought up the idea of Ilia Topuria fighting Paddy Pimblett, Dana took a sharp turn and dropped something huge. Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev. Let that sink in. He said if Islam wins the welterweight belt, then a fight between him and Ilia would be massive. Absolutely massive. That wasn't just small talk. That was Dana hinting at something real. We're talking a showdown between two global stars. Ilia, who's already blowing up in Spain and Georgia, and Islam, one of the most dominant champions from Dagestan. Ilia versus Islam, striker versus grappler, Georgia versus Dagestan. This isn't just a dream matchup anymore. It's getting closer and closer to reality.
Jones, we don't know if he was serious. Is he not retired anymore? Is he back in the...
You jump back in the pool, so...
Really?
Yeah.
Officially?
Yeah, oh yeah. No matter who popped up or who didn't or whatever, we would have put on an incredible card. But the fact that literally everybody wants to fight on this card, makes it a lot more fun.
What would be the dream main event?
The dream main event right now would be Aspinall versus Jones.
At the White House.
Is it possible that McGregor and Jones would fight on the same card?
Could be.
Ilia Paddy the Batty could be a massive build-up as well.
I don't disagree. It's a big fight.
Does that one excite you at all?
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, that's a fight that the fans love too. And
crazy. Those three divisions are just like...
it's another massive fight.
What the fuck? What?
Another massive fight would be Ilia versus Islam too.
But they both got to win more fights in their division first, right?
Well, the other thing is too, is that Islam moves up, and obviously if Islam won the title, you know, you immediately have a super fight with him and Ilia.
Now let's talk about the controversy heating up around Islam Makhachev getting a welterweight title shot. Not everyone's happy about it. In fact, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson made his feelings crystal clear in a recent interview with MMA Junkie, and let's just say, he's not thrilled. Why? Because Islam, a lightweight, is about to leapfrog every top welterweight to face the newly crowned champ, Jack Della Maddalena, and Wonderboy's like, hold up. What about the guys who've been grinding their way up in this division? He specifically pointed out Shavkat Rakhmonov and Ian Gary, two killers who've been doing everything right, taking tough fights, beating top contenders, and building solid cases for a title shot. And now, they're watching someone from another weight class get that golden opportunity. According to Thompson, it feels wrong, like a shortcut. He believes if Jack wants to fight Islam, fine, but Islam should have to go through a couple of legit welterweights first. Otherwise, what's the point of climbing the ladder? That said, there's another side to it. Islam's dominance in his own division can't be ignored. He's smashed just about everyone at 155. There's almost no one left for him there. So moving up makes sense, but still, when you've got guys like Rakhmonov undefeated and wrecking everyone, and Ian Gary steadily building his resume, it stings. It's worth noting, Islam vs. Jack isn't officially signed yet, but Dana White has said it multiple times. This is the fight they're planning next at 170. So, what's your take? Do you think Islam deserves the shot at welterweight gold? Or should Jack Della Maddalena defend his belt against one of the top guys in his division first? Let me know what you think, and of course, drop your predictions for the fight too. Thanks for being here. Make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for more daily MMA news.